Hi everyone, today is the ninth day of Navratri, the Navami. And in the ninth day, we worship and offer offerings to the goddess Siddhatri, or also known as Saraswati Devi. She sits on Nilambo Nicifera, also known as, in simple words, it is the lotus flower. Nilambo Nicifera is a scientific name for lotus. Saraswati Devi has 4 hands, and she is the last incarnation, the last dimension, the last form of the goddess Durga, goddess Parvati. Saraswati, sitting on the lotus, has a very high significance in its own self. If you observe Nilambo Nicifera, also known as lotus, it is born in a muddy water which has many types of dirt, in speaking in certain type of languages or signifying certain areas or certain dimensions. Lotus is born in a dirty water. It is born from all the earth manifested elements, as all the plants, all the trees. But lotus has a peculiar or a typical kind of beauty into its own self, where I'm not trying to challenge or contradict all beauties of other flowers, but then lotus is very popular. Why? On the meditative turn, talking about Zen Tantra, lotus is also called the opening of the crown chakra flower. Hence, lotus and roses are one of the most important, most powerful, and most significant flowers in the world of flowers and in the world of worshipping and also meditation. Saraswati sitting on lotus gives you an indication that energy is rooted in the ground, energy is rooted in earth, where the lotus as a flower is rooted into that muddy water. But then, when the lotus grows, it's the ladder for the soul. The energy is rooted into the earth and then it rises just as the rose. When it blossoms into its own self, when it fructifies, when it opens into a beautiful flower, it goes into its own form and manifestation of the rose itself. And then it has fragrances. Now, if you map or compare the birthing or the root of lotus with the fragrance of lotus, then you come across a complete contradiction, complete opposites of the whole feeling, that you would not even like to step into the place where a lotus has born, but then you cannot ignore the fragrance also. The mood of lotus, the beauty of lotus is irresistible. The beauty of lotus is, you cannot ignore it. You just have to consider it as wow. Lotus is complete consciousness as far as meditative terminology is concerned. The fragrance is the soul of the body. The body of the lotus indicates our own body in terms of meditative ways. And the root of the lotus indicates to our energy which is bestowed by nature into our own self. Nature has given us energy. Giving us is probably a wrong way of putting across, but we are part of that energy and we are having that energy on a default note which has to rise. The purpose of it is rising. Now, if we talk that what is the purpose of existence, there is no purpose of existence. Existence is already there, hence it is called existence. But if you go deep into it with the branches of existence, it will have a purpose. For example, we have taken this birth not to just time pass and not to just be in this form and be in the dimensions of these forms and just be here and be here, that's it. No. We are supposed to rise. We are supposed to go beyond. So a lot of people think that we are here in this form, in this human form, and these five senses, etc., etc. We have a mind, we have a body, we have a brain, etc., 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 etc. But being there, it's okay. The purpose is to rise. One has to go beyond it, beyond this which we have already. The root of the lotus is the energy. The body of the lotus, the petals of the lotus, is the body of which we have, the four bodies or the seven bodies which we have. And the fragrance is the consciousness, which is already us, but we don't know how we are. That is where we have to connect with it. Have a beautiful ninth day, enjoy yourself, celebrate Goddess Siddharthatri and Saraswati, also known as, both the names are depictions. Have a beautiful day, take care people, peace.